In this video we'll take a look at level 65 of the United Front Labs weekly special ops. We're going to be doing 4 runs of all things. Now, yesterday I was doing this in 3, but there was a change, it seems to me, overnight to the spawn position of the second whirlwind down in the lower factory, war factory here. Oops, we need to target it. Yeah, it was previously, it was spawning right next to the wall between the factory and the next gun emplacement, but now it isn't, and now it's spawning right out in front, and that's a problem because I can't splash it from there. So we take kind of some damage on it. I'm not really sure, I don't know much about the whirlwinds, how they target or what have you, but it's not a precise science, it seems to me. So I wasn't reliably able to evade the shots with these vehicles that I've got here, so I chose to do a 4th run instead of 3, basically. He's still alive. Alright, so we'll target the vehicle and .270 equipment, incidentally, on these is pretty much maximum to all intents and purposes. If I'm missing the last red eye blueprint and also the last Armour blueprint, which I will get as part of this event. I'm prioritising that over the 3rd red eye because it's an extra 30% health, and that is not to be sniffed at for sure. So we use the 270 splash damage to its best potential here. We're going to aim for the walls next to these guys. If you aim for the guns, you end up in range, and so, yeah, taking damage that's unnecessary. So then we'll target this wall here, if it'll let me. There we go. And this turret in the corner is a level 9 compared to the level 7 of the one in the lower end of that emplacement, so we can't actually kill him with splash, but yeah, we can do a lot of damage nonetheless. So we're moving our decoy and then take him out. I want these guys to target this spot here, really. There we go. So we'll take out the HQ then, and we will do some splash damage over here. And then we're done. I've thought about trying to splash the lower gun in that emplacement also, but we can take him out for free next turn anyway, so I don't think it's worth the risk of accidentally putting one of the platoon in range. Internet connection today has been rubbish, let me tell you. So for the first wave 500, 24. We can use the same platoon again. Spawn them all at once and target this factory. So what I've done there is just move the gun forward just a little, sorry, the tank forward just a little bit, and then split the group up to hit those two targets simultaneously. And we're going to go south here. Take out the wall. Yeah, you can see that whirlwind, man. That's definitely changed spawn position. So I'm going to move the tank forward a smidgen. We're going to leave that there, I think. So we put that whirlwind back in the box, so to speak. For this fourth, we've got time for it to do it this way, so that's no biggie really. Given that we're hitting level 65 with effectively level 44 troops, you know, one does have to make certain allowances. $302 for that one, so what we're going to do is the spontaneous fire that they make is enough to take out the gun, so you don't need to target him. Where's he going? Oh God. So we want to take, oh dear, we want to take out this salvo here. Seeing as it's only a couple of shots extra for the other stuff, we'll let them take it and then drop back. I'm going to take out this last gun here. I'll surrender. So the third run gives us 265 repair, and then we're into the last stage. Oops. So I'm going to take out that wall with a tank. I'm going to task these guys with killing this thing over here. these guys to be down here somewhere. To turn around but not go anywhere. So move the tank to the corner of the crater, and then move in on the howitzer here. And we can go directly onto the railgun after that. Then I want to clear the path here. Okay, and then we'll send the tank over here, and I want these guys to move into within the minimum range of these two turrets here, and I'll move the tank out of the way. It seems to be the most efficient way to deal with him. We've got a problem in that moving the tank, but initially I had him kind of going around the gun emplacement to the other side where the anti-air is, but the howitzer would lose track of him there and then kind of focus on the 270s instead. So this way seems to keep damage relatively low. The 270s have been a real kind of eye-opener, really. I think. Oh, hello. They don't normally do that. Don't go right back to that same spot. There's a good lad. Oh, for fuck's sake. So that gun almost never does that. I'm not sure what's happened there. We've got one of our guys a little bit further north than he should have been, which is a real shame because this was looking like, I mean, we should have taken virtually zero damage here. And these guys can take this gun without any damage mostly. I think what's happened there is, well, I've recently increased one of these because I had the two tanks here for quite some time. Because it was a contingency really, because you lose a tank, you take damage basically for these guys. So until I worked the strategy through, I was taking two tanks with me. So since extending this one to 4, I think maybe my clicks need to be reworked, because they're looks like they might be pushing the 4th man into the line of fire for that gun. Anyway, we can dump everything on top of this guy right at the end. And he's dead. So we lost a 270 there. Normally, honestly, it would be 0 damage to him. So, a 500 would be normal for that last repair, I think. So let's take a look and see what it actually was. And we're at 1270. Yeah, I mean, that's usually a 500 run, that one. 600 maybe. So that was 2,361 in total. For that run, you can see, yeah, there's room for improvement right at the end there, but nonetheless, it's a decent way to complete such a high level. All right, I hope that helps. Take care.